I'm sorry, this Mr. Oki. You're asking me. I think that was Hughes Supply.
Would you say Hughes?
Hughes Supply.
Oh, okay, Hughes, not Wilkinson. No, because somebody called me from Wilkinson, and I said I didn't order any parts. So, but it was Hughes, not Wilkinson, right?
That's probably the first number that he tried before he reached me. You talked with Justin, Jared.
Now, I'm not sure who I talked to, but anyway, it's either Jared or Justin.
That sounds right.
Okay. And what do you have? You have Hughes' phone number so I can call
Um, I'll be happy to give it to you, bud. Give me just a second to try to look it up.
him? Okay. But you ordered the parts from Hughes, right?
I did.
Okay. Because that's what I thought that you ordered from Hughes, and then when Wilkinson called me, I didn't know what they. Yeah.
It's kind of puzzling to me too, but I canceled the order from Wilkerson. So
Right.
perhaps he had called you first before he called me.
Okay. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. But you ordered them. You ordered the pump. What is it? What is it? The
It was
Gould
a
Gould
Gould's.
submersible.
Yes, sir. I believe I left that paper with you so you would have it with a reference. For a reference. Let me get Hughes' number.
Okay.
I believe that number is 688. 919 area code.
919. Yeah.
688
688
1306.
1306.
That's right.
1306. Okay. So you ordered the Gould submersible pump, 50 gallons per minute, and some other fittings. Did they say when it should be in?
That was 10 gallons a minute. They had it. It was my understanding we were going to get a check from you the following day and go out there and pick everything up and have that installed for you so you wouldn't be without water any longer than necessary.
Yeah. Where
I,
are they? Where are Hughes located?
they are Rigsby Avenue in Durham, North Carolina.
Oh, they're in Durham. Okay, because I could just drive over there, give them a check, and pick up the parts. What's the street address?
It's on Rigsby Avenue. I'm not sure the address. Give me just a second with that.
All right. I'm gonna call them and find out if the stuff is in and how much it is, and
They
I can
are
get the.
they are 602 Rigsby Avenue.
What was the number?
602 Riggs,
602. Okay.
Rigsby Avenue in Durham.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna call them right now and make sure that everything's in. Then I'll go over there and pick it up, and I'll call you back.
It, if I can help you, bud, let me know. Otherwise, I think it's a complete order. That was the pump and everything else that was required: a new controller, a new switch, the clamps, the adapters, the splice kit, the that's about it. And there was a couple of fittings. There was a coupling to put the overhead back
Right.
together.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll give them a call and see if it's in yet, and then go over and pick it up. So, you want me to? I'll give you a call as soon as I get it, and I'm back here.
That would probably work the best.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Um, I
All right. Bye-bye.
I appreciate your call. No, my mind is just. Let's see where to start. I'll go ahead and tell you what happened. A couple days ago, got a call. Don't have any water. Can you come out? So I'd be glad to. Made a phone call. I said we'll be there first thing in the morning. This was late at night. Do you take it? He's surprised we answered the phone. I made a phone call. Called my boy and gave him $100. Come help me. No, look, you know what it is. Let's just switch it out. Well, we got out there, and the thing was heavy. It was a little longer than we thought. The man said it reached to the mailbox over there last time they pulled it. But that was within reason. Well, it won't. It's a little further than that. And ended up calling a couple other guys. Y'all come on out and yoink this thing up for me. I give you $50 a piece. That's $50 an hour for 1 hour's work. And not even 1 hour's work, more like 15, 20 minutes work. So here they came, and they yoinked it out of the ground. They left. Me and helper continued on. We went over some, where can we find? We took off. We looked for a pump. We couldn't find it. Then we did find it. Then we came up with a price. Came back. We can find. We got one, man. We got one. And it's not in this. It's not even in the same damn town. We got to either get one in Burlington or we get one in Raleigh. So that's where we were. He asked about the warranty. It was all said and done. An order was placed. I really didn't know. So we called. What's the warranty on that thing? And year. Said, okay, who makes it? It was, I don't know, McDonald, McDougal, somebody. But it had a Franklin motor on it. That's a key element, because I'll get to it. So then, to try to appease the customer, I thought something might have been up. Just to supersede that, or to satisfy my own suspicions and eliminate any doubt, I called the other distributor. What you got? What's the next size up? Available? And that one I specifically remember was $644 for just for the pump. It was a little more. And I felt pretty reassured by that. And so looked at the pump he had. It was a particular brand. I'll say it was a Gould's. It's been in there 30 years. I looked at it and shook my head. I said, I don't care what I put back in now. Today's world, it's not going to last 30 years, but if you want a Gould's, we'll try to find you one. And that's where you heard the whole blah, blah, not okay, so let me cancel the order in Raleigh, which I did. But I'll tell him, and they didn't tell him. So poor little Justin, called back the next day Called old Chris here. Apparently, just the guy's bewildered, man. We can't. I have no idea. So, excuse me while I take this call. Hello, it's Dave.
Yeah, this is Chris Okie again. That order at Hughes, what name was it placed under?
It should have been under Brian Yates Home Services, or just
Brian Yates.
or just Brian Yates Plumbing.
Brian Yates. Okay.
But we don't have an account there, so they treat us a little cash and carry.
Okay, I understand.
And
okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm struggling to remember who I spoke with. But there's only a small handful to choose from. It's not very many people in that little building.
Yeah, the first person I talked to transferred me, and I got a voicemail. So I'm going to call them back and see if I can get somebody who knows. Okay, but it's under Brian Yates Plumbing.
It was an order pulled for a submersible pump, 240 volt, half horsepower, 10 gallon a minute.
Right.
And it was supposed to be for my name. And it was everything had been pulled for pickup, and I did not. I called Raleigh and canceled that order, as well as Burlington. I had them pull the order, I believe, there as well. I don't think I canceled the one in Durham. So, as to my knowledge, there should still be a ticket.
Okay. And what's your name again?
I'm David. And again,
David?
yes, sir. And again, this is D. Bergner's Brian Yates Home Services.
But your name is David.
I am.
What'd you say, David?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll get all these details so I can tell them what I need to tell them. Okay, I'll call you back as soon as I find out.
Okay, bud. Just let me know.
Right. All right.
So, found him a Gould's pump. It was at Hughes. You heard it. Just called. Yeah, let's set it all up. Let's go. Let's do. I said, okay. I do not have an account there, bud. And it just, I told you, little things were weird. So I said, I'll prefer, because we were going to have the other ones delivered. That was an option to us. This was not. I said, I'd prefer that you go ahead and pay for this. They don't deliver. I'll be happy to. I'll be happy to run and pick your material up and bring it to you. That's what I thought we were doing. So the next day, I called him bright and early, let him know, well, bright and early. It was 9:30 or 10 o'clock. That's bright and early for me. That's bright and damn early enough. And so anyway, there we were. Ronald Helper was on time, got coffee, great sped, joking, yay, let's go. Halfway to Durham, almost Hillsborough Road, because I didn't do the little exit thing right. I had to go on down, and anyway, called, ain't get no answer. So we circled all the way back, came up Hillendale Road, looped back, got down to whatever that is, Short Street, I think it is, in the parking lot. Called. No answer. Oh, wait about 10 minutes. Called. No answer. So we went inside. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all got a pump down, everything ready to go? Got pump down. Just called the man. Called. No answer. Guys, I don't know, man. Everybody looking at me funny. I'm looking at them. I don't know what to think. I don't know. And the last thing the man had said the previous to me the day before. That was the thing that just started floating through my mind over and over. I said, why would he say that? He said, be sure and call before you just show up. Now that you, I don't know. I'm sensitive. I am sensitive. And I was very sensitive to that. I said, what the hell does that even mean? Couldn't get in touch with him. Called the man numerous times all day long, just about every hour on the hour. So, paid the guys, paid my helper. He came 2 days. He split that up for me into 2 days. So he got $125 out of the deal. And I paid him a little extra for gas. He deserved it. Nothing. So I figured, I've been telling the people I wasn't sure that he didn't have a problem because people that I had used was the wrong color to come help pull his pump. I had no other explanation for it. And I pictured that his pump was laying on the ground and he, for whatever reason, was not going to continue to use our service. And there I was, and on top of everything, I left my little pipe wrench over there to anchor down the cover that we put over his well to protect it from anything getting in it, falling in it, jumping in it. That was 3 days ago. Did you hear me? That was 3 days ago. The man been without water. I told him the whole time, I was apologizing all day long. I'm sorry, sir. We can't even, I can't get the pump today. I can drive to Raleigh, but there is no way that we can do that. But we can get it tomorrow. We can do this. You already without water. It's no different than when the power goes out in the wintertime. You out here on a well. I know it does. And then anytime a good storm hit, we don't have, it's not the first time, but it's the first time it had our name on it. And I was trying to make it as painless as possible. And then now, out of the blue, this man, I've called him no less than 12 times. And out of the blue, well, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. You got the pump? Well, I'm gonna go get it, and I'll give you a call. I'm gonna go out there and put the pump in again. But you gonna pay my helper another day coming out here. You gonna pay him. I'm not paying twice for it. I'm not taking it off the bill. And good grief. What I do go through sometimes, it ain't always fun to be a plumber. Most of the time it is, though. Most of the time it is. And it's usually a pretty day. Y'all should come join me. Come join me.